What's up, everybody? Welcome back to day 15 of my 31 days of reviews featuring Terminator 2. What the H? So I record. If you didn't catch my fail, go back and watch my fail, then come back. I hope you're back because I'm about to spoil Terminator 2 if you haven't watched. Terminator 2 is a 1991 film starring Edward Furlong, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the amazing Linda Hamilton. Now, unlike that first, The Terminator, Terminator 2 is my entire childhood, okay? I got it on DVD. When I tell you, whenever I can get me a shirt press, I'm about to go crazy. But that being said, Terminator 2 is a masterpiece. Still to this day in 2024, it's a masterpiece, okay? Not only is it amazing to watch, the jokes are still hilarious. Oh, look at that there. The intensity of the scenes are still intense. The moment you see the moment you see Linda Hamilton pick up that club and skip her way down the hospital, it was on a pump. Now, as great as the action is in this one, they have, obviously, from 1984 to 1991, they've upped the ante when it comes to like the CGI and the graphics, even the makeup, the design, the scope of the whole shebang. But let me get into what this film is about. This film is a direct connection to the first, The Terminator. The first Terminator ended with Linda Hamilton's Sarah Connor being pregnant and riding off to Mexico as she is recording videos, voice recording videos on like a recorder for all the youths out here. She recorded herself making like possibly cassette tapes. It's 1984. Making cassette tapes for her son to listen to about her journey, about his father and things like that, essentially informing him about the future, but we'll get to that later. We then get to see a grown-up John in Terminator 2. We found out that Sarah has been committed to an institution for trying to blow up one of the Cyberdyne buildings. I believe it was Cyberdyne. If because I don't think they was Skynet yet. I think it was Cyberdyne. And John is with a foster family. He don't want to be with the foster family. He wants to be with his mom. But we also see that he has an aptitude for hacking into ATMs with a card reader that I'm assuming he pieced together himself. Quite a resourceful child. During this time, we find out that the Terminator gets sent back, but it ain't the same Terminator. Okay? That another Terminator gets sent back. He the bad one. So in the future, John Connor reprograms the T-800. I believe it was T-800. I think that's what Arnold's is in the first Terminator. Reprograms him to come back to not only protect him, but just protect him, really. But because his boss is John Connor and he gets in touch with the younger John Connor, that John Connor can tell him what to do. So in the midst of all that, he goes to say, let's go protect my mommy because she needs the help. Which is very smart from him because the T-1000, that was right, 200 above, the T-1000 is coming for Sarah Connor. During this time, she not stupid. She not. She breaks her way up out of that institution, finds herself face to face with the T-800, scared out of her mind, but doesn't realize that he is a good guy now. He's on their side. They get by the T-1000, played by the amazing Robert Patrick. Okay, I love him. If you haven't seen Double Dragon, something's wrong because he's sexy in that movie. I'm trying to tell you, but anyway, you wouldn't expect somebody as small, and I'm not saying small in a derogatory or disrespectful way, but he is a tiny man compared to Arnold Schwarzenegger. You wouldn't expect him to look menacing, to be scary, to be an upgrade, but baby, he definitely is, and he makes this movie for me. If Robert Patrick wasn't the T-1000, I really don't think this movie would be the same. I don't. All these pieces had to be together for this film to be amazing, and boy, did that puzzle look. But what really carries this film, not only does it, the action and the funniness, what really carries this film is the plot itself. The fact that you see the Terminator that you kind of remember from the first one get more in touch with his humanity. You know, this machine starts to understand a little bit of what it's like to be human, what it means to cry, what it means to feel, what it means to understand why possibly in the future these humans fight as hard as they fight. He starts to understand. Now, I don't need to tell you that eventually the T-1000 dies, and because they're trying to make sure that this technology does not fall into the hands of the wrong people, which, if you really think about it, if you go back to the first Terminator, it's their fault. Okay? It's their fault that this technology fell into the wrong hands. But it wouldn't be a paradox if it was. This film stands on its own, honestly, and I really feel like you don't have to watch the first one to enjoy this one. It's honestly an original sequel in a sense, like, it's as wild as that sounds, because as a person who hadn't watched the first Terminator until recently, I've only really grew up on T2, and I didn't need to see T1. Now, I enjoyed it, but I didn't need to see it to see T2 and probably like the rest of these. But T2 is a masterpiece. Now, I've been thinking about doing MVPs for my reviews, right? Like, in this film, my MVP is this person or that person or this tree that stood there magnificently, you know. So let's start with this movie. My MVP for this film is Joe Morton. Joe Morton. Let's do something. So MVP. I'm gonna do something different. MVP. MVP of T2 is Joe Morton, who played Miles Bennett Dyson. The one that started all this, the one that pretty much started Skynet in this universe, at least. He's top notch. That boy was in this film for like, what, 10, 15 minutes maybe? Give or take. He has one of the most memorable deaths in cinematic history. I don't care what you say. I don't care who you are. I don't care what movie you was in. Joe Morton got the most cinematic death, most memorable death, most kind of funny but also sad death, because I'll be honest. The first time when I was a child and I saw him die, I kind of laughed because I'm a child and I didn't understand death. But as I got older, it got more and more emotional to the point where a girl, she can't watch it without crying. Huh? She can't watch it without crying. No. But T2 is a masterpiece, man. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you have, see it, sound off in the comments and let me know what you think about it. That was like my Denzel, just not with the voice, but with the face. I don't know if y'all saw that. I was, stretching my acting skill. As always, it's your girl, Blackgirlmarvel. Please follow me on all social media. Hopefully you are enjoying my reviews. I will be getting back to Echo tomorrow, episode 2. I will be picking up Chainsaw Man sometime this week as well. And I shall holler at you guys. Stay amazing, okay? Bye.